Hi my loves, it's Kaylin Rose and I'm back with another video. To those of you who don't know me, welcome. To those of you who are returning, welcome back. Today's just a quick word, what's on my heart. It's because God is really reconstructing my beliefs and my foundation in Him. See, I relate this message to when I lived back home, I rested very securely. Like even if I went to a coffee shop and I spent my money, I was not worried about lack or how I'm gonna pay for my next meal or should I really be spending buying a coffee? I don't know where my next money will come from or check, or I just lived pretty freely, and that comfort that my parents had my back if I went to buy some food or if I needed something, they would do it for me. But it's been hard for me to rest that assured in God's help and His provision. Though He has done all this for me, it's still a barrier and a wall that I can't, once He gives me a certain thing, I'm gonna run out, I'm gonna lack, and I just have trouble feeling that He will do it again. Though He keeps showing me, though He keeps showing up. And it comes from fear around money. Because some people have a fear of money that you have a poverty mindset where you always will run out. And so you even might save things, like you don't throw away food, you store it up. You store everything because you're just constantly in survival mode. Instead of like the birds that God has me meditating on, which was, He showed me the ravens. They went to, this morning, they went to drink and then they went to eat and they were provided for. They don't worry. Because I confess to God, I just have this deep sense of always worrying about not having enough. And so He's like, they don't sow, so they don't work, they don't reap, they don't harvest, yet He continually feeds them. That shows His love, concern, and care for the animals. And God asked me in that verse, are you not worth more than they? So it's about what we believe about ourselves that has to be torn down. That has to be reconstructed. The worth. Do you not find yourself worthy of God to provide for you, to give you what you need? And the fear, the unhealthy fear that God will not supply if you spend your money, if you go get what you want to get or need to get, that He won't supply you again. And this, He gave me the verse Isaiah 41 verse 10, which was like, do not fear, do not be anxious. Because then sometimes we get an anxiousness that I had this morning. And that's all because sometimes we like to tend to run to other people for the answers, which further causes more anxiety and anxiousness. So in Isaiah 41 verse 10, it says, do not fear. Do not go looking anxiously about, for I am with you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Which means that first, God was saying like, stop, pause, and stop trying to seek out everyone else's advice for your life, the life I have for you, the plans I have for you, the health I have in store for you. You keep looking at everyone else and they don't got the answers, but I do. And that's what Jesus is saying. Like, this is where my anxiety has increased, and probably yours, is because you always seek other people, other counselors and advisors before God, which has furthered your fear surrounding whatever area of your life, whether that's finances, whether that's eating and diet, or whether that's just school. Whatever your stress is, your anxiety is, you haven't sought the Lord. So He's like, don't run to everyone else. Run to me first in prayer and rest that He upholds my day. He carries me throughout the day with His right hand. He starts me on my way. He allows me to make a move or not to make a move. He allows me to get to a certain place or not a certain place. He's the one orchestrating it, not me and not you. So when you know that God is the one upholding you, you won't be fearing the failure. I have a problem with procrastination, and it's because of that fear of failure. And you have to trace back to what made you, or what told you that you're not good enough, or that you would fail in school, or that you have to work so hard, or you have to do double, 10 times, triple what everyone else does to be the top or to be the best. Because that's what keeps you from even trying. Because you want it to be perfect before you even start. So that's for somebody. I don't know who needed to hear this. Is that like when you release that perfection, you will just begin to flow in what God has for you, instead of always trying to clean it up, overdo it to prove yourself worthy or valuable. Because God is showing me the ravens don't prove themselves. They don't have to try harder. They just eat and drink, and then they go about their business. Because I reminisced on the time when that's literally what I did, because I rested in my parents' providence. And that's what God is trying to reconstruct us to do on Him as our foundation. So I want someone to know that God is going to provide for you. You are more worthy than ravens. We do not have to have fear around any area of our lives. And if we do, then we have to talk to Him about it and surrender that area so that we can be free.